Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Vietnam is a country of bold flavors, rich history, and one of the greatest sandwiches on the earth, the banh mi. But this isn't just any sandwich, it's a national treasure, an obsession, a street food icon. There are no two that are ever the same. So today we're taking a deep dive into one of the most iconic street foods Vietnam has to offer, the one and only banh mi. From the bustling streets of Saigon to the quiet alleys of Hanoi, we're on a mission to find Vietnam's most unique, delicious, and downright unforgettable banh mi. From the classic, modern, the unexpected, we'll try them all. But what makes the perfect banh mi? Join the journey. Come find out as we review 7 banh mi places in Vietnam from north to south. One country, countless flavors, and only one question. Who makes the best banh mi in Vietnam? Back to Hanoi, the heart of Vietnam's rich history and vibrant street food scene. This is the first city kicking off our Banh Mi food tour. We arrive at Banh Mi 25, one of the most famous spots in Hanoi. How famous? Well, when looking for the right location, you'll notice 3 storefronts and wonder, are the other 2 copycats? But no, Banh Mi 25 is so popular that they need 3 locations within steps of each other to keep up with the demand. The first thing that stands out when you unwrap your banh mi is the perfect crunchy baguette. Lightly toasted on the outside, but with a soft and chewy interior that's just creamy. It's the ideal balance of crispy and tender. This mixed banh mi is a flavor explosion with layers of rich pate, succulent pork meat chunks, and a signature zing of pickled carrot and daikon. We add in some fresh cilantro and cucumber and got a deliciously balanced sandwich that combines savory, sweet, and everything in between. Wanting to try something unique that we don't see at most places, we then got an avocado and honey grilled chicken banh mi. This hearty option was bold, with juicy flavors. You could taste the chicken was coming off of a real grill. It was blessed by the chef's kiss with a hint of honey that just adds that right amount of sweetness and caramelization to the meat.
Chicken and avocado, alright.
This is a refreshing twist for those craving white meat over traditional pork pate. Perfect for switching up your banh mi adventure. And of course, all the toppings are fresh and packed with flavor. Not bad for our first stop. This banh mi is definitely going to be a top contender. Out late one night and craving a snack, our Banh Mi food tour brought us to Banh Mi Plus. If you want the no-frills basic banh mi for $1.50 Canadian, this is it. And I'll tell you, it's worth every penny. We got the love bread. This banh mi is filled with char siu, salted ham, egg oil sauce, coriander, pickle, and chili. This banh mi tastes just like the classic cold cuts version we loved getting at rare shops growing up in Canada, but with an authentic Vietnamese quality at the heart of it. The key to this banh mi's incredible flavor is the pate. This pate truly makes or breaks the sandwich. Unlike fancy or gourmet versions, this banh mi is all about the rustic, down-to-earth, traditional taste. Just take a look at the size of this tiny little shop they're serving out of. Perfect for those craving a true old-school, nostalgic Vietnamese sandwich experience.
71 Street.
Saying goodbye to Hanoi, we take our banh mi tour to Hoi An, a picturesque UNESCO town where time seems to slow down. Famous for its charming lantern-lit streets and mouth-watering local dishes, Hoi An is a must-see for any food lover or traveler coming through Vietnam. Now, let's talk about Banh Mi Phuong. If you're a fan of the late Anthony Bourdain, you might remember he visited this iconic shop in Hoi An years ago. His celebrity status catapulted Banh Mi Phuong into a must-visit, famous eating destination that you can't leave Hoi An without trying. We ordered the Banh Mi Tap Cam, which is the mixed option with vegetables and a generous portion of meat topped with their signature sauces and spices. Extra condiments on the table include Maggi sauce, which is a must for me if you want to add a little extra spark to your banh mi. This banh mi is not heavy on pickled vegetables and almost missed entirely. Surprisingly, this banh mi left us a little disappointed. It's heavy on the meaty scale, but underwhelming because it doesn't have that crisp, right balance of the pickled veg and fresh greens that others have. We're not done yet though. Keep watching until the very end to figure out who's the winner of the best banh mi battle in Vietnam. We couldn't leave Hoi An without trying Madame Khan, also known as the Banh Mi Queen. And let me tell you, she reigns supreme. At this legendary spot, it's all about homemade goodness and that authentic local touch. The baguette is fresh out of the oven, warm and fluffy, while the fillings are made from scratch. One of the standout features here is their special sauce. Rich, slightly tangy, and the perfect complement to every ingredient in this banh mi. We tried two amazing banh mi's here. The mixed top cam, which includes vegetables, pork, barbecue pork, chicken, ham, eggs, pate, egg sauce, papaya, and cucumber. I couldn't believe they fit all of this into one sandwich. The mix of textures in this sandwich is mind-blowing. I thought I'd had a great banh mi before, but this one is crispy, juicy, tender and soft. You can taste the grill. Every bite is a colossal joy of flavor. The second banh mi we tried here was their number 6 barbecued banh mi. Stuffed with vegetables, barbecue pork, pate, more egg sauce, papaya, and cucumber. The barbecued pork is just out of this world. It'll make you realize just how magnificent and incredible a superior banh mi can taste. We had no idea a banh mi could be this good. If you're in Hoi An and you only have time for one banh mi, and believe me, there's lots of great ones in this city, I think that Madame Khan is the one that you must try.
Here we are in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh.
After traveling this country, seeing some amazing sights, eating some wonderful food, and meeting some fantastic people, we finally land in Saigon, or Ho Chi Minh City, the fast-paced, electrifying metropolis of Vietnam. Known for its dynamic energy, countless buildings, and unbeatable street food, Saigon is the place to be if you love adventure and flavor and are looking for something new. So enter our next banh mi sandwich shop, All Day Banh Mi in Saigon. This is a chain shop which gives a classic sandwich a modern twist. The place doesn't just stick to the basics. The banh mi we landed on is pate and ham. If you want something a little different, you can try it with egg and double cheese, or pate with pork floss, or one of the vegetables with mushrooms. The bread, still crispy and delicious, which is the first sign of a good banh mi. I think that's been one key note throughout most of these sandwiches we've had in Vietnam. The bread they make here is phenomenal. This shop takes a simple but gourmet approach, and the restaurant is a modern build versus other sort of local mom and pop shops. Overall, a great banh mi in a modern, simple setting. Very surprising for what is a chain restaurant here in Vietnam. But I think if you get a chance to try one, Pop in and give it a go. One of, if not the most famous place in Vietnam for banh mi is our next stop. Banh Mi Hoi An in Saigon. This shop is world famous for their massive banh mi. It's a buffet of flavorful cold cuts, Vietnamese sausage, and grilled pork. You can only order one type of sandwich when you come up to the window, so they make sure it's memorable. But what a sandwich. The baguette here is thick and built to hold all these fillings. It's a mountain you can barely get your mouth around. This spot stands out because of the generous size and use of fresh herbs and pickled veggies. If you don't have a fridge nearby to store the leftovers, honestly, just share one between two people. You can be on a budget and get a jumbo-sized banh mi with a flavorful packed experience that will leave you filled for the rest of the day. It's no surprise that locals and tourists alike flock to Banh Mi Phuong every day for the value and flavor. The bold flavors and massive portions make it a decent choice. You can order two for a discount, but one banh mi here can cover your appetite for both breakfast and lunch. This should be called a brunch banh mi. Absolutely fantastic. And that, my friends, is a wrap on our epic banh mi adventure through Vietnam. From the hidden gems of Hoi An to the sizzling streetcars of Saigon and the bold flavors of Hanoi, we got to taste it all. Crispy baguettes, rich pate, tangy pickles, and that perfect balance of spice sweetness that makes banh mi's truly legendary. We traveled over 13,000 kilometers from Canada to taste 6 of the best banh mi sandwiches in 3 of the most vibrant cities Vietnam has to offer. And after trying them all, it's time to reveal the best banh mi we had. And frankly, I think it's the best banh mi in all of Vietnam. The clear winner for us was Madame Khanh, the banh mi queen out of Hoi An. It's absolutely a must-try and stands head and shoulders above the rest. Without a doubt, the best banh mi in our cross-country tour of Vietnam. Whether you're a banh mi fanatic or just discovering its magic, I hope this inspires you to seek out new flavors, support local food culture, and maybe even book that ticket to Vietnam. If you love this adventure, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss the next bite of our journey.